going on, guys? It's Steve. So, I know for the past year, well, I haven't even been on YouTube for a year, for the almost a year. Wow, that's crazy. For the past, I would say 8 months, I've been saying that Stephen Curry, well, not really, for the over the summer and for the I would say up until around October, right before the season started, I've been saying that Stephen Curry is highly overrated. Now, the reason why I say that is because he was regarded as better than LeBron, better than Kevin Durant, and things like that. And I've been saying, look, he's having an historic season, no doubt about it. It's no doubt about it. But he is not better than LeBron James or Kevin Durant, and he's not even in their own. He's not even in their category. Okay, I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to continue to say it until people get this in their head. LeBron James and Kevin Durant are so far ahead of everyone else. It's like LeBron James and Kevin Durant are on Pluto, and Steph Curry, James Harden, Kawhi, Russell Westbrook, etc., they're all on Mars. So there's like such a big gap that pretty much no one is going to close that gap. Now, are there some players getting closer? Hell to the yeah. Russell Westbrook's getting closer. James Harden's getting closer. Even Kawhi. Okay? But now, people are saying Stephen Curry's not even top 10. And I'm like, wait a minute, okay? I know a lot of people used to think I hated on him, but no, I was just being honest. He's good, but he wasn't up there with LeBron and Kevin Durant. So let's be real for a second. Kevin Durant is a great player. I mean, Stephen Curry is a great player. He's not up there. He's not better than LeBron or KD and things like that, okay? But he's still a top 10 player in this league. Okay, let's not forget that last season, he was averaging 30 points per game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, shooting 50% from the field, 45% from 3, 91% from the free throw line. Like, that's ridiculous. Okay? Yeah, his efficiency dropped a little. He's averaging 25 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 46. It went from 50% from the field to 46% this season, 40% from 3, and 92% from the free throw line. His efficiency dropped a little bit, but, I mean, he's still efficient as hell. Nearly 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 92% from the free throw line. He's averaging 25 points per game, playing behind Kevin Durant. You know, like, even Kevin Durant's numbers took a drop in terms of averages. The only thing that's different is that Kevin Durant's efficiency went up, whereas Stephen Curry's went down. Now, I will say, he did take a tiny step back this year. He's not playing as well in terms of scoring the ball and shooting as well, but he's still a top 10 player in this league. There's no doubt about it. I'm hearing people say he's not even top 10 anymore. I'm hearing people say he's not even a superstar anymore and all this other crap. Like, let's be real for a second, man. Stephen Curry is still Stephen Curry. It's just he's been playing behind Kevin Durant, and to be honest, him recruiting KD was one of the most unselfish things I've ever seen by an NBA superstar. Because I said this before the season started. I said this actually as soon as Kevin Durant signed with the Golden State Warriors. I said, Stephen Curry will no longer be known or will no longer be looked at the way he was in the 2015-16 NBA season. And I'm completely right, because it's true. He will no longer be looked at as a top 5 player in the world, a top 3 player in the world. It's true, you know, and it breaks my heart to say that because he's such a great player and he's actually a really good role model for the young generation. But I'm glad that people aren't overrating him anymore. But now people are underrating him. So now it's like, okay, I have to call him out. I had to call him out to put him where he should be. But now I have to defend him to put him where he should be because he's still a top player in this world. Like, I can't name 10 players I would take over Stephen Curry. I can actually only name 5. LeBron, KD. Actually, that's where it gets tricky. It all depends on what you need because I don't even think I can name 5. But LeBron, KD, Russ, Kawhi, Harden. All right? And even then, like, you can make the argument saying I would take Steph over Russ because of efficiency in terms of shooting and playmaking and things like that. You can argue that, okay, I would take Steph over Russ. You can argue you would take Steph over James Harden because even when Stephen Curry was a primary option last year, he was only averaging 3 turnovers per game compared to Russ's and James Harden's 6. And Stephen Curry is a very underrated passer and playmaker. He's a shooter. He can take over at will, etc., etc. Once he gets hot, There's nothing you can do because he's not counting by twos like most other players. He's counting by threes. So 3 straight shots by him is 9 points compared to 6. That's a big difference. All right, that's the difference between 1 possession game, 2 possession game, 3 possession game, 4 possession game, etc., 5 possession game, etc., etc. Okay? You can even make the argument against Kawhi, which is kind of harder to do now because Kawhi's offensive skill set took such a huge leap forward, which I'm so excited about because this guy is amazing. This season that, it's hard to sit there and say you take Steph over Kawhi. But, I just want to make this video to say stop underrating Stephen Curry, but at the same time, don't overrate him. He's not top 5 anymore, but he's still top 10. I would say he's around the 6th, not around 6. He's around the 6th best player in the NBA still. Okay, it's the same thing happened when LeBron went with Dwyane and Bosh. It's not like they suck now out of nowhere. They're still the top players in the world. They're just not averaging what they used to because they're playing behind LeBron. And Bosh was playing behind not only LeBron but D-Wade as well. And D-Wade was playing behind LeBron. That's why D-Wade went from 30 points per game to 25 points per game and then all the way down to 20. Anyway, and Chris Bosh went from 24 points per game to 20 points per game to 18. So. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. It's me, man, Steve. I'm out. Peace.